welcome back for another daily encouragement. And today's encouragement is another faith verse, and it's coming from Hebrews 11 verse 1. And it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." So yesterday I spoke about my personal experience, and today I want to give a Bible story that basically tells about faith and brings out the meaning of this verse that says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? And what story came to mind was, the story that came to mind was Abraham and Isaac, right? And Abraham and Isaac. And Abraham really had to exercise a lot of faith, which was definitely the substance of things hoped for, which was he was hoping that God would provide himself a sacrifice, because he said to his son when they were going up to Mount Moriah that, "Don't worry, son, don't worry, Isaac, who is their promised son, who they waited so long to have, right? Don't worry." He said to him, "Don't worry, son. God will provide himself a sacrifice," right? A lamb for the burnt offering. And that is basically the substance of things hoped for. So even though God was testing Abraham and he was telling him to do this, Abraham had faith. He was hoping that God would definitely provide a lamb for the burnt offering, and not give up his only son. But if it is that God really wanted his only son, he would have still done that, because he was convicted that that was God and he was doing the right thing, right? So as we all know from the story, that he took his only son, went up to Mount Moriah, and as he was about to kill his son, the angel of the Lord said, "Abraham, Abraham, Abraham," and basically stopped him before he sacrificed his son. And then a lamb was provided. And that is just that simple story, guys, really goes to show that faith is really not in the things that are seen, but it's really the substance of things hoped for. Because honestly, guys, as I said yesterday, God is a God of believe and then see, not see and then believe, right? And that's the same thing that he did here with Abraham, that he wanted Abraham to hope, to believe that he would have given him a lamb, and he still followed strict commandments from God to take his son and go. But I know in his heart he was like, "Lord, I'm doing this where I'm hoping that you provide another sacrifice and I don't have to take my only son," right? And it just goes to show that our faith will definitely be tested, because that's how we grow our faith in him, to know that when we do have faith, when we do exercise that level of faith that is the substance of things hoped for in our lives, and then when it comes to fruition, the evidence of things not seen, the impossible, like how would a lamb just be found randomly in the thickets, right? And I'm pretty sure you all out there have experienced some level of impossibility that God did for you, whether on a small scale or a large scale. And it really does tell the meaning of this verse, that faith is definitely the substance of things hoped for. Like, you can hope, and it's in hoping that you start to see the evidence of it. And I told you yesterday with regards to medicine, and then with this story that I just told you. And there are many other stories that faith was exercised, was things hoped for, and God definitely showed the evidence. So this is just a simple reminder to you today that guys, believe before you see. Simple. Believe before you see, because God is a God of believing before you see it. Let's exercise that mustard seed of faith. Is this tiny? Yeah, that mustard seed of faith, so God can work the impossible in our lives, right? And it doesn't, and oftentimes this does not come unless it's by prayer and fasting. So stay tuned with God, and let's exercise that faith that He wants us to exercise, right? So that's our encouragement for today, guys. Have a great day. Bye.